Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Gun. 12.
They'll go again here with Moss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 4.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Second down and 4. In motion right is Brown. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. Now 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And some room to roam now. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake.
Here we go.
Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A first down carry for Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now 2nd and 3. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there were a lot of people who were surprised when Barkley made the decision to sign with the Eagles this offseason. He adds another dynamic layer to an already stacked offense, and he's quickly making his presence.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. And down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. Hurts sets up to throw it. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This one brought in by Jefferson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone.
Here we go.
That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now Burrow. Forced out to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
1-1, ready?
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
12.
Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
On 2. Let's get set. Shot.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Bengals at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now it's Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll swing this out to Moss. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Burrow on play action. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Done.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Hey, we're going.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They go play action with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Justin Jefferson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
On one, ready?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure.
Here we go.
Finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
To the air again, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
12, 12, 12.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
One, ready?
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's Rodgers. He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him. When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
67 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
And that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
11, Thomas.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They'll run it here with Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, and this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Eagles 28, Bengals 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. An inside give, Brown. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, it's Moss again. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Checks that one down complete to Moss. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
11 MT tape. Dot.
Now it's Burrow. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Dot.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now Burrow. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw.
Here we go.
Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Third and goal, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take position. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Hurts.
Rolling to his right.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Gun.
Moss on the give up the middle.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Zach Moss.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Oh, a good-looking return setup here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, 73.
They go play action with Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our